Good evening, gamers, and welcome to today's video. This is a look at Dev Diary number 3 for Way of the Hunter, specifically speaking about the Hunting Lodge. I took a look at this video, and for me, it unlocked quite a few questions that I had for this particular game. So let's take a look at the video. It's about 2 minutes. I'm going to stop it a couple times at where I think are some really key points, at least for my understanding about the game. And in the comments, I'm very interested to get your feedback about what the game looks like and what your expectations of the game are. But let's go ahead and jump in the video. Again, Way of the Hunter, and this is the Dev Diary number 3.
Welcome to another episode of our Dev Diary series for Way of the Hunter. This time, we are going to take a closer look at the Hunting Lodge. You can think of the lodge as your home base in both Nez Perce Valley and in Transylvania. Each location has its own main lodge where you can display your trophies, manage your equipment, buy new gear, check your email, and more. Each lodge has large rooms filled with taxidermy stands and empty diorama scenes for you to populate with your best trophies. Let's take a look at how that works. When you harvest an animal, you get the choice to either sell its meat for money or to save it later for taxidermy. Once you earn enough money to have your trophy taxidermied, you just select the right stand or one of the empty diorama scenes. Make sure that you share your best pieces with us and with the community on our official Discord. The lodge is also where you can find your laptop. It gives you access to the in-game store where you can purchase new gear and hunting passes with the money you earn by selling game meat. You can also check your inbox for new meat orders from local restaurants or to get updates on the game's backstory.
Okay, hitting pause there. Hitting pause because that is a huge amount of information to download. So the Hunting Lodge, we all expected it to be the place where you store your trophies. We had, or at least I had expectation that it was going to be similar to the Call of the Wild, and that you would be able to get your weapons, both store them there and purchase them there, and that turns out to be the case. It also tells you that that's where you get your contracts and your reserve passes. And this, for me, I did not know that this was going to be a mission-driven game. We obviously suspect it, but it looks like, to begin with, this is going to be all about completing the missions for the restaurant, so you can get that money to buy your weapons and your equipment and your reserve passes. And also to, I don't know that you would have to pay for the new contracts, but it looks like, again, you're going to be spending a lot of time in the lodge itself just throughout the course of the game. So it's mission driven. You have guns, obviously, you got to buy. You've got equipment to buy to improve your hunting chances. You have accessories for your guns, which looks pretty cool. So that to me answered a lot of questions I had about the game.
You can also access your storage locker to equip the right gear for your next hunt. Last but not least, the lodge is a place to stretch your legs and advance in-game time by sleeping. Our animals have their own daily rhythms, and advancing time until your preferred time is a convenient way of increasing your odds of finding the animal you want in the place you want. Either it's feeding, drinking, or resting zone.
Okay, huge. I mean, this is huge because that, again, explains the various styles of hunting that are available to you. Daytime, nighttime. Are you going to hunt the animals while they're traveling, which it would, again, be kind of like Call of the Wild, where you're hunting them between their need zones? Are you going to be able to camp out at a particular, let's say, resting area and wait for them to come back? So I think that little tidbit right there about having the ability to advance time to match it up to the particular time that the animal is going to be active is key. Because, again, there's an obvious likelihood that there's going to be particular animals that are going to be more active at a particular time of day. And again, it's pretty cool that you know now how to set that. But more importantly for me, it tells me that this isn't a game where you just walk out of the lodge and at any given moment you're going to find an animal at anywhere and everywhere. It's not going to be random. There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, and not necessarily a skill gap, but there's going to be some knowledge that you're going to have to carry about what parts of the map are going to be active at particular times for each animal. So again, I feel like that's a huge piece of information about the game right there.
Right outside the lodge is where you will find your parking spot. From the parking sign, you can pick the vehicle you want, recall it, and be on your way. If you find yourself on the road and in need of different gear, the trunk of your car will provide easy access to your full storage. And because our locations are pretty large and it's not always convenient to come back to the lodge, each location has a number of smaller cabins and campsites. These provide you with a place to rest when you find yourself far away from home. So get out there, fill those trophy stands, and do take a break once in a while. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, so that last little bit, the vehicle is going to be your mobile storage unit, which is awesome. It did not indicate that you would be able to purchase anything there. So it sounds like once you drive away, if you unlock new gear or finally have the money to purchase a new piece of gear, I'm guessing that you then have to go back to the lodge. And also having little campsites throughout the reserve makes it sound like, again, that you'll be able to advance the time to suit your particular hunting need at that moment. That sounds pretty cool, but it did not say that you could access any of the other aspects of the hunting lodge there. So it makes me think that we're going to have to travel back to the hunting lodge in order to either get new contracts or purchase new gear and so on and so forth. So to me, this actually was really exciting to hear. I feel like I have a better understanding of the game, all the way from it being a mission-driven game, at least at the beginning, to having, to really pay attention to the animals' habits and the time in order to make myself a more effective hunter, and to get a quick look at the dashboard inside of the hunter lodge makes it look like, for me, that this has been a well thought out game, and it's not just going to be a Call of the Wild clone. I think it's going to complement Call of the Wild, but it gives me hope that this is going to be different enough that it makes it worth purchasing. Of course, I'm going to have the game at launch, and I'll be streaming it at twitch.tv/AscendX7. So if you're interested and want to get a peek at the game before you purchase, feel free to head over there on launch day. I'll be there. Take a moment to drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the game, about what this video opened up as far as your knowledge of the game, and any questions that you have about it, because again, I'm very curious myself and I'm looking forward to it. But one of the things I love about these types of games, it's a great community type game, and I would love to, again, hear your thoughts on it. That's it. I'm Ascend from the AscendX7 channel at Twitch. Until next time, I hope you have an amazing day.